Imagine this. You finally move to a big famous city. Bright lights, big salary, endless opportunities. But after a few years, your rent doubles, traffic eats your free time, groceries cost more, and you barely save anything. Now imagine millions of people across America feeling the same pressure at the same time. In 2026, families, workers, and even high-earning professionals are leaving cities that once felt like dream destinations. So what happened? Why are people walking away from places others still dream about? And if your city became too expensive or stressful, what would you do? Let's walk through the top 10 US cities people are leaving in 2026, counting them one by one, and uncover the real stories behind this massive migration. San Jose, California. San Jose sits in the middle of Silicon Valley, a place many people imagine as the land of endless opportunity, where giant tech companies create the future and workers earn big salaries. From the outside, it looks perfect. Beautiful weather, modern offices, and high-paying jobs attract people from all over the world. Young engineers arrive with dreams of success, believing they've made it to the best city possible. But after the excitement fades, reality slowly hits. Rent keeps rising year after year. Starter homes cost so much that even people earning six-figure salaries struggle to buy one. Families begin to feel trapped, paying huge amounts just to keep a roof over their heads. Many young couples reach a breaking point. They start comparing numbers and realize something shocking. For the same money they pay in rent, they could buy a large house in another state, with a yard for their kids and even savings left at the end of the month. One tech worker shared that his tiny San Jose apartment cost more per month than his new 4-bedroom home in Texas. Imagine working long hours, earning good money, and still feeling like you can't get ahead. That frustration pushes families to quietly pack up and leave. Moving trucks line the streets as neighbors say emotional goodbyes. And here's the surprising part. Once many families move, they realize how stressed they were living there. Life feels calmer. Savings grow. Time with family increases. And many say, we should have moved sooner. San Francisco, California. Just north of San Jose sits San Francisco, once the ultimate dream destination for tech workers, entrepreneurs, and young professionals chasing startup success. The city's famous hills, cable cars, and Golden Gate Bridge made it feel magical. Coffee shops buzzed with programmers building the next billion-dollar company. Everyone seemed to be working on something exciting. But success changed the city in ways few expected. Housing prices shot through the roof. Tiny apartments became unbelievably expensive. People began paying huge sums just to live in small spaces barely big enough for a bed and desk. Then something unexpected changed everything: remote work. Companies realized employees didn't always need to be in the office. Suddenly, workers discovered they could live anywhere while keeping their jobs. And once people tasted that freedom, many didn't look back. A young software developer moved from San Francisco to Colorado, trading crowded streets for mountain views. He still earns the same salary, but now he owns a home and spends weekends hiking instead of worrying about rent increases. Streets once packed with workers heading to offices now feel quieter. Some shops closed as fewer people commute daily. And longtime residents face a tough question: stay in one of the world's most expensive cities, or move somewhere that offers space, savings, and peace of mind? What would you do if your dream city suddenly became too expensive to enjoy? Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles remains one of the most famous cities on Earth, known for Hollywood dreams, sunny beaches, and celebrity lifestyles. Every year, thousands arrive hoping to become actors, musicians, or creators. At first, the city feels exciting. Palm trees line the streets, film studios promise opportunity, and the weather almost always feels perfect. But everyday life in LA can slowly become exhausting. Traffic jams stretch for miles, turning short trips into long, stressful commutes. Some people spend 3 or 4 hours every day just driving to work and back. Imagine leaving home before sunrise and returning after dark, too tired to enjoy life. Housing costs keep climbing, making it nearly impossible for many families to buy homes. Rent eats up most paychecks, leaving little money to save. Add wildfire threats, rising insurance costs, and crowded neighborhoods, and stress builds over time. One rideshare driver shared that he saw his children less because he was always stuck in traffic trying to earn enough money to pay rent. When remote work opportunities appeared, he moved his family to Nevada. Suddenly, his commute disappeared, his home became larger, and expenses dropped sharply. Stories like his are becoming common. Los Angeles still shines in movies and social media, but behind the glamour, many longtime residents quietly plan their exit, searching for cities where life feels easier and more affordable. Oakland, California. Oakland once felt like the smart choice for people who wanted to live near San Francisco without paying San Francisco prices. Artists, musicians, young couples, and working families moved there hoping to enjoy Bay Area job opportunities while building strong, creative communities. Local cafes, street murals, and neighborhood markets gave Oakland a unique personality that residents proudly called home. For a while it worked. Rent was manageable, and people believed they had found the perfect balance between opportunity and affordability. But slowly, the same housing pressure that made San Francisco expensive began spreading across the Bay. More people moved into Oakland, and prices climbed higher each year. Apartments that once felt affordable suddenly became difficult to pay for. Families who settled there hoping to raise children in vibrant neighborhoods began worrying about safety in certain areas, especially as crime stories appeared more often in local news. Parents started asking themselves difficult questions late at night. Is this still the right place to raise our kids? Can we keep paying more every year just to stay here? One young mother shared how she loved Oakland's culture but grew tired of worrying every time her kids walked home from school. Eventually, her family moved to a quieter suburban town where homes cost less and streets felt calmer. Stories like hers are becoming more common. Oakland still has energy and charm, and many residents love its diversity and creativity, but rising costs and safety worries push families to search for peace of mind elsewhere. And once people discover safer neighborhoods and affordable homes in other cities, coming back becomes harder to imagine. Seattle, Washington. Seattle once felt like America's newest land of opportunity. With giants like Amazon and Microsoft creating thousands of jobs, young professionals rushed to the city hoping to build careers in tech. Coffee shops filled with programmers working on laptops, cranes dotted the skyline as new buildings rose, and neighborhoods grew faster than ever before. At first, people didn't mind rising rent because job opportunities were everywhere. Living in Seattle felt exciting, like being part of the future. But rapid growth came with consequences. As more people moved in, housing prices exploded. Buying a home became nearly impossible for many workers, and rent kept climbing. Traffic worsened, and daily expenses grew heavier. Then remote work changed everything again. Employees discovered they didn't need to live in Seattle to work for Seattle companies. Suddenly, workers realized they could move to smaller towns, enjoy mountains or lakes, and still keep their tech salaries. A software engineer who moved to Idaho said his quality of life completely changed. Instead of living in a small apartment, he now owns a home surrounded by nature, and his commute is simply walking to a home office. Families say they breathe easier, spend more time outdoors, and save more money. Seattle still offers strong job opportunities and remains a beautiful city, but fewer workers feel tied to living there. Many now choose space, quiet, and affordability over crowded city life. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago stands proudly along Lake Michigan, famous for its stunning skyline, passionate sports fans, incredible food, and deep cultural history. Many residents truly love this city. Summer festivals fill the streets, restaurants serve world-class cuisine, and neighborhoods carry rich traditions passed through generations. But life in Chicago also brings serious challenges that push many people to leave. Winter arrives like a long, exhausting battle. Freezing winds sweep through the city, snowstorms pile up, and heating bills soar. Commuting in icy weather becomes stressful, and some residents grow tired of scraping snow off cars year after year. Add rising property taxes and safety concerns in certain neighborhoods, and families begin reconsidering their future. Retirees especially decide they've had enough of freezing winters and high expenses. Many sell their homes and move south, where warm weather allows them to enjoy outdoor life year-round. One retired couple shared how they loved Chicago for decades but finally moved to Florida after realizing they spent half the year avoiding the cold. Now they walk on the beach every morning instead of shoveling snow. Chicago remains beautiful and full of culture, and many residents will always love it. But comfort, affordability, and warmer climates pull thousands of people away each year, quietly reshaping the city's population. New York City, New York. New York City is known as the city that never sleeps, a place filled with bright lights, endless opportunities, and dreams that feel possible on every street corner. Young people from all over the world arrive with suitcases and big hopes, ready to chase careers in finance, media, fashion, or technology. At first, everything feels magical. Late-night food spots, subway rides at all hours, and famous landmarks make life feel exciting. But after the excitement fades, many residents discover that living in New York feels like constantly running just to stay in the same place. Rent keeps rising, apartments stay tiny, and everyday expenses grow heavier every year. Many young workers love the energy when they first arrive, but once they think about starting families, reality hits hard. How do you raise children in a one-bedroom apartment that costs more than a full house somewhere else? How do you save money when most of your income disappears into rent, transportation, and groceries? Then remote work opened a door few expected. Suddenly, workers realized they didn't need to stay in the city full-time. Families began moving to states where they could buy houses with yards instead of renting cramped apartments. One former Manhattan resident shared how she traded a noisy apartment for a quiet home in North Carolina, where her children now play outside instead of inside tiny rooms. Many former New Yorkers still visit the city they love, but now they leave after a few days feeling relieved to return home. The city remains powerful and exciting, but fewer people feel trapped there forever. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, attracts people interested in politics, law, and government careers. Young professionals move there hoping to work near powerful leaders and important institutions. For years, living close to offices was necessary because government work required daily in-person meetings. Neighborhoods filled with busy professionals rushing between offices, cafes, and government buildings. But over time, housing costs rose sharply, making it difficult for families to afford homes near the city center. Then technology and remote meetings changed work habits. Employees discovered they didn't always need to be in the office every day. Some workers now live hours away while keeping their government or consulting jobs. Families realized they could move to suburban or southern cities, buy larger homes, and enjoy quieter communities while still working in the capital occasionally. One policy consultant shared that moving out of the city allowed him to save money and spend more time with his children instead of commuting daily. Washington remains politically important, but fewer workers feel forced to live close to expensive downtown neighborhoods. Flexibility has given families new choices, and many choose space and affordability over city living. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is one of America's most historic cities, filled with landmarks that tell the story of the country's birth. Tourists visit famous locations, enjoy local food, and admire the city's culture. Many neighborhoods feel welcoming, and residents often develop strong connections to their communities. But like many older cities, Philadelphia faces economic challenges in certain areas. Some neighborhoods struggle with safety concerns and limited job growth, pushing younger residents to search for better opportunities elsewhere. Young professionals often look toward cities in the South or West where new businesses are growing and job markets feel stronger. Others move simply because they want warmer weather and suburban lifestyles where homes are affordable and neighborhoods feel calmer. Remote work again plays a huge role, allowing employees to move without losing their jobs. A marketing specialist who moved from Philadelphia to Tennessee said she now enjoys lower living costs and less daily stress while still working for the same company. Philadelphia still attracts visitors and maintains deep cultural importance, but many longtime residents quietly decide their future lies somewhere else. Portland, Oregon. Portland once symbolized creativity, freedom, and relaxed urban living. Cafes filled with artists and musicians, bike-friendly streets, and beautiful outdoor scenery made the city feel unique and welcoming. Young professionals and families moved there seeking a balanced lifestyle surrounded by nature and community culture. For many years, Portland felt like a hidden gem where people could enjoy city life without overwhelming costs. But over time, housing prices rose sharply, downtown areas struggled after economic challenges, and safety concerns appeared in certain neighborhoods. Families who once loved weekend walks through lively markets began feeling uncertain about the city's future. Rising rent made it harder for younger residents to save money, and some businesses struggled to survive. Many families eventually chose to move to smaller nearby towns or neighboring states where housing costs were lower and communities felt calmer. One former resident shared how she missed Portland's creative energy but felt relieved after moving somewhere more affordable. Portland still attracts visitors who love its personality, but for many longtime residents, rising expenses made staying difficult. And when better living opportunities appeared elsewhere, they took the chance to start fresh. Across all these cities, one big story connects everything. People are choosing affordability, safety, and quality of life over big city fame. Remote work gave families the freedom to choose where they live, and many now prefer quieter communities where money goes further and life feels calmer. So now the question turns to you. If your city became too expensive or stressful, would you stay or start fresh somewhere new? America's population map is changing, one moving truck at a time. Would you live in any of these cities? Or would you move somewhere cheaper and quieter? Would you live here? Comment below.